Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, warm welcome. If you are a regular, warm welcome. Thank you very much for always coming back and watching my video. I really appreciate. And for those guys who normally leave the comment, I really appreciate. Thank you very much for comment. Guys, please push this content to the people. Please help me to have more subscribers so that we can grow the channel. So let me take also this opportunity to introduce myself for those people who are joining me for the first time. My name is Jerry Mboweni. I am certified life coach and NLP practitioner. I am recovering addict. I was been addicted to heroin for 11 years of my life. My last 1.5 years, I live in the street as a Berchi. I'm currently going to my 19 years clean. Praise God for that. I'm a drug counselor. I'm a mentor. I'm author of the book called 11:59:59, an ex-junk last minute victory. I'm also a drug counselor, motivational speaker, a fitness trainer, community builder. Yes, so that is in a nutshell who I am and what I do. And today I'm going to speak, our children learn from our example. Our children learn from our example. Majority of the time, people get confused. Where do their kids pick their behavior or the things that they do? I will give an example what I'm trying to say that. In this week, in one of my engagement with two people that I engaged with them, one person said to me, Jerry, I'm very upset. My son fell in university subject and he didn't tell me, and I come to find out, and he fell and he must repeat and blah blah blah. Lot of story about the son that has failed and that. And I said to this particular person, I said, okay, let's look first at you. Did you complete school on yourself? I said, no, I dropped out of school and I did not complete. And I said, so your son has actually surpassed what you have done from your past on your own? He said, yes. He said, but I want him to go to school. And I said, well, how are you doing right now? You have raised him. You have a business now, you're paying for school fees in university. So even though you drop up, you are doing great. So what is the problem if your son drop up? Because look, your son probably telling you that dad is not as bad. You drop up in school, you're doing fine, you raise me, I did not die, I'm okay. Because majority of the time, kids will learn from our example. They learn from the people that they surround them. They cannot be able to do things that they have not learned from us as a parents. As a parents, do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I said to her, okay, so instead of get upset, first of all, you need to say, hey, my son, you've actually went very well as your father. I didn't even complete school, but let me help from where you are now. What made you not to pass this? What is challenge do you want? And he said, yeah, he already told me what he wants to do. He doesn't want to complete. He's got an idea. And I said, well, support that idea. You did not complete. So children will learn from the people example around them. And then so I took this concept to my class, and I was talking to the people that I lecture in the class, and the one lady put her hands up and said, you know, Jerry, I'm currently doing the same thing. My daughter told me that when she finished school, she was just gonna go look for a job. She doesn't want to study anymore. And I said, tell me about you. And I said, I'm the same. When I finished school, I went to look for a job. And this lady told me this. She said that in the class, when I asked her, no, you must go study further, and he said, Mommy, but you did not study further. And here you are. So in other words, kids will say, I just want to be like you. So guys, we must be very, very, we must be aware of the influence that we influence our kids. So idea is this. If you have not maybe complete the school, if you have not maybe become, but on your corner where you are and what you're doing, what have you become that they can learn. I am example of the two sides of the coin from my addiction. Let me give you an example. So my father was alcoholic. So I grew up see him as alcoholic. I didn't like things around at my house. He was drinking and all this kind of thing. And then he went to change. So towards my high school, end of my high school, my father changed, became a Christian. He went to church and stopped drinking. But my father first influence in my life, I become an addict. Even though he changed, I went first what he influenced, what I've seen, the pain that I caused from alcohol and stuff around the house. I went through that. And then he come and change. When he changed, then I started carrying drugs and all these kind of things, and people did not understand why I'm smoking and all these kind of things. But what happened that when my father changed, then he started to influence me to change, and now I am who I am now. So we need to understand we are influencing our kid. Most children suffer from their parents' mistake. That's another thing that we need to say. Most children will suffer to the mistake that we make. So as a parent, you must always make sure that our decision that we made today can impact our kids. We always ask in our recovery program, when there's a certain lecture, one of my colleagues always like to ask, how does your addiction has affected your kids, or how does your addiction has affect your family? And when people go home and start doing homework, and even some of the people, they will go and ask their family, how was my addiction? And some of them will come back and say, I was surprised how my addiction has affected my kids. And he said that and they will say that I wasn't even aware of that I affected too much. So majority of the people will get our decision as a parent will affect our kids. The last point which I want to bring it today, that children become like adults who surround them. Cheers. Children become like adults who surround them. So I got this concept from watching this rabbi, one of his talk, I think his name is Manas. He said that there's a natural way of teaching, which before they used to do that. What happened is that we used to live in a community where a father will take a son to do what the father do. If the father is a farmer, will take his son and he will teach the father. There was no going to classroom. Okay, and he will teach his son to farm, and then later on the son will take over his father's business and get into farm, and the kid the same things. But then things change, and then we were taken to the classroom. And in the classroom, we start meeting with different kind of people. We start getting influence with different kind of people. And some of the influence of the people who are around us are opposite of the value that we learn. So children become confused, because when they go to school, they learn this and they learn don't do this. They learn when we come home, the kids have got a lot of other principles and value. So that is a child confused. So the best thing to do, you must always make sure who are surrounding your kids. We become like we become a 5% of the people that we spend a lot of time together. The way we speak, the way we get cross, the way we do things are affected by the people who are surrounding us. Ask yourself, who am I surrounding? And the people who are surrounding, what are they influence? Are they influencing me in a positive way, or they influence me in a negative way? I hope this video has helped you today. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about the video. Tell me what you think about the concept. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, share. Thank you very much. As always, bye for now. Peace. See you in the next video. God bless you. Bye for now. Peace.